Hey everybody, winter's here, so I'm having probably my first ever fireside chat. It's kind of schmeezy and blowing and snowing and cold outside, so I'm sitting here by the fire. I just wanted to talk to parents of people that have young kids in the school. I guess what I'm going to say though really applies to anybody because it really speaks to. My fire is kind of blowing down the chimney. We don't want anybody to get burned. It really speaks to the natural way that people learn. You know, when I was a young teacher and kind of looked around at all the learning and teaching that was going on, I could see that there were really two different camps. And one of them was sort of the thought that the teacher's job was to open the top of the student's head and pour in a whole bunch of facts and information and close it up, and that the student would somehow then be smarter or more capable. Doesn't matter if it's math formulas or how to drive a stick shift or how to do a low block. A lot of teachers really saw themselves in that way. And I began to follow a different path of teaching philosophy, and that was that students learn things in their own time, and that the teacher's job was not so much to pack facts and figures and ways of doing things into the student's head as it was just to create an environment where students would learn naturally. You know, if you think about it, the things that you've learned in your life, pretty much you learn them naturally. I think about like when you learn to ride a bike or when you learn to walk or any of the other things that you learn to do. You learned them in your own time and as you became ready. And I began to see that the teacher's job was to keep the student inspired and motivated, to show them the kind of outcomes that we're trying to produce, but to get in sync with the student's natural learning method. And what I wanted to talk about was how it looks in the spectator area when you watch your kid and it may seem like they're not getting it. Our method is to not try to be, not to overdo it with the corrections, but to keep on showing students examples of people doing it right, and to encourage and motivate and inspire. And what you'll see our teachers doing is not so much trying to teach the technique of martial arts as they are trying to develop the love of martial arts. And when people love things, then they learn quickly and easily. And so if it seems like your kid's not getting it, if it seems like they are the only one out there that's looking for butterflies when everybody else is focused, keep in mind that the students that look like they have it and look like they do it well, the same could have been said of them not too long ago. And what I encourage you to do is to just trust the teaching system and to just let the lessons unfold. And I think the kind of the validation of this is that when you look at our students that do really well, this is how they were taught. And so this system does work. If you look at it under a microscope, it might not look like much is going on. But if you step back and see the big picture, I think you'll be really pleased with what you see. And sort of a side benefit of this is that once you understand this, once you get it, then it becomes easier to teach your kid fractions at home, or how to make the bed properly, or how to take care of the dog, or how to do any of the other things that you need to teach your kids at home. And I'll tell you what, same thing works for adults. So I encourage you just to think about that and watch it and see it unfold here, and you'll be happy with the results.